So let's jump into what Daniel says in praising God. Daniel answered and said, "Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changes the times and seasons. He removes kings and raises up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding." In verse 21, he says, he changes the times and seasons. He removes kings and raises up kings. They are pretty powerful words. Words that we may not actually like to hear. Here, Daniel is saying God raises up kings and he removes kings. Now, in this time of Daniel, the leaders were kings. For us, they're presidents, they're prime ministers. We do still have some kings around, but they're government officials. So if this was to be written now, it might say, for God raises up presidents and he removes presidents. He raises up prime ministers and he removes prime ministers. So no matter what country you are living in, the person who is in charge, the one that's leading your country, he's been put there by God. We live in a democracy and people are voting. So sometimes when different areas get what you can look at from a Christian point of view and go, oh, that's an evil leader. Sometimes it's because that's the direction that the city, the civilization, the state, whatever it is, have gone in. So they are getting the leader they asked for. As it says here, he removes kings and he raises up kings. So sometimes those leaders are there only for a season, only as a consequence of people's actions. And then God removes them and raises up a new one. But whatever it is, whenever we're going into the elections, whenever, especially if you live in a country that has democracy, whenever you're going into that, pray for God's will to be done. Once the election is done and you've got the leader in place, pray for the leaders. It doesn't matter if you voted for them or if you didn't vote for them. Because as it says here, God raises up kings and removes kings. So if they are the leaders of where you live, your questions can be, God, is this still where I'm meant to live at this point in time? Is this still the place you've called me to? And apart from that, it's, God, I bring these leaders before you. Please give them wisdom to lead us in a way that honours you. Please draw their hearts close to you. Bring them into a safe knowledge of who you are. That's what we can pray. We can't be praying different ones that I know different prayers that come up. But remember, God appointed them and God calls us to pray for our leaders.